Hello my friends, this is The Real Deal on Politics. Today we're going to take a look at the Obama administration and his great accomplishments while in office. If you voted for Obama, I only have one question for you. Are you retarded? Don't take it personally. It's just the first three logical choices that you have as an excuse for voting for Obama. You have some kind of mental disorder. You may be deranged, delusional, insane. There's no shame in this. But you do need to seek help, and you shouldn't be voting on things that you can't possibly understand given your mental condition. The second choice that you have is that you are extremely ignorant. This includes all of those things listed. You may feel good temporarily, but in the long run, you're going to really feel bad about yourself for voting for the worst president in American history. Third choice, if you really did know what Obama was all about, then you're either a communist, fascist, or at minimum, a dedicated socialist. Okay, because that's the only way. If you weren't ignorant and you weren't retarded or just plain stupid, the only way is if you were a principled, far left-wing extremist. In any case, congratulations, you're an Obama-tard. Okay? So, did you know the following about Obama? Did you know his parents were both communists? And they deserted him. His grandparents who raised him in Hawaii? Yep, communists. Did you know he was brainwashed at an early age in a radical Muslim madrasa, which he could only attend as an Indonesian citizen, which he probably still is today. That was before he moved back to Hawaii, by the way. Did you know he admitted in his own biography that he spent several years in college in a drug-induced haze? That's a great qualification for the leader of the free world. And if you did know all of this, would you still have voted for him? Well, why did you? And why did you not know any of this? Well, the news media, as we know, for many years has been compromised by communists. The Real Deal, that's this show, it's not communist. And there's no bias except that which is in favor of the United States and our Constitution. Let's look at Obama's executive experience before he took office. Go ahead and show it now. Oh, that is it. Zero executive experience. Well, maybe we can fill a chart with his lack of experience. He's never run a cabinet department, state, county, any municipality. Never run a business. Doesn't even like business. He's never run a village, but I guess you could say he kind of did run a community as a communist community organizer. So I will give you that. So where has Obama's great experience got us? Well, the stock market took a huge nosedive as soon as they found out he was going to be elected. I mean, before he even got elected, a couple months before that, the writing was on the wall. Most people didn't like it. Now, somehow it's increasing again now, and again, it fell again after the socialist health care bill was passed. I don't think it's going to sustain growth at all. That's just my personal opinion, my observation, considering that the only other thing up this year besides the stock market, and again, which isn't near where it was before under Bush, it still hasn't got up above 12,000. Hasn't even got above 11,000 really. The only other economic indicator that's up is the unemployment rate. And as you know, the unemployment rate being up is not a good thing. It's still hovering around 10% right now. The only thing that we've had is an increase in government jobs. 411,000 new temporary census jobs were the gains that we got in May. Those were the majority of them. Only 41,000 new private sector jobs. Businesses are struggling right now. They can't hire people. They can't even afford their own payroll, most of them. They know that higher taxes are on the horizon. Government jobs don't grow business. They don't grow the economy. They don't grow the GDP, which is another thing that we should look at. Okay, the GDP, a direct reflection of the state of the U.S. economy. Well, normally it goes up faithfully every year. Except the last 2 years, it immediately went down the first year of Obama's administration. It's projected to go way down this year. We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but all the indicators are showing that it already has gone way down, and for the year there probably will be no serious recovery. The housing market was shot when Barney Frank and Chris Dodd underwent their communist and corrupt measures of dealing with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and trying to give everybody a house regardless of whether they can afford one or not. It just doesn't work. You can't give people houses that they can't afford. It causes a crash in the housing market, and that's what we saw. That was all caused by primarily by Barney Frank, Chris Dodd, yes, during the Bush administration, but the Congress passed the laws. Obama's accomplishments. Well, he did increase the federal budget by $1 trillion from $3 trillion the year before, so that's a huge increase, 33%. Okay, taxes will undoubtedly follow. Higher taxes will be used as an excuse to pay for this. He passed his coveted health care bill against the will of 60% of the American people, which paves the way for the united Soviet communist health care that he wants. He apologized for the U.S., bowed to Muslim kings. He's done nothing about the BP oil spill except for point fingers, which incidentally is something he's done a very good job at. So those are his major accomplishments while in office. If you have any emails, Doug@realdealpolitics.com. Questions, comments, suggestions, no moronic tirades, no idiotic lectures. I'll just delete them, so I'm saving you the time. This has been a presentation of The Real Deal on Politics. Hope you learned something today. See you next time.